Hello there, friends. This is Susan from Pumpkin Hill Stampers. I have a Stampin' Show and Tell to share with you today, and today I am creating a card to play along with the Third Thursdays blog hop, which demonstrators get together and we share projects together for our Third Thursdays blog hop. So today I'm using a couple of different inspirations. First, this week on my personal blog, we're doing our Mystery Case 28, and the challenge was to use large sentiments. So I'm going to use a large sentiment. Secondly, I often tell my stamping friends, my stamping followers, that they can take a simple case project, case idea, sketch, and go from there to create their card. So I'm going to use this sketch. It was actually shared on Facebook this week from the Casing Tuesday Facebook page. It is from card inspiration in the fall catalog. So it's nice because they give you all the measurements to start from. So because we're doing a fall theme, thankful theme for Thanksgiving, I decided to use the new Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper. I just got that recently in an order. I had seen a really cute card the other day on one of my demonstrator groups where they used the pumpkin from Harvest Hellos on the plaid paper. So I had made apples with the Toll Tidings paper last month, but this month I'm using the plaid paper. So I thought that was really cute. So I'm taking all my colors from this plaid paper. I'm using Cajun Craze, Cinnamon Cider, and then I'm also going to be using Mango Melody, which is this lighter orange shade in there. So those are my colors for today. I'm also going to be using Rich Raspberry for my ink because that's the purple that's going through there. So there's another inspiration I got from a card sample I saw. I'm going to use this pumpkin. So I'll set him aside for a second. So you could just do a real basic card, right? We have our 5.5 by 4 1/4. That's our basic card size in the States. I have my piece of 5 by 2 Designer Series paper. That's for this panel. And then my 3 by 4 right there. I've got a card. I could just stamp my sentiment right on there. I could do my little pumpkin as a little embellishment there, right? Here, I'll show you what it looks like. So I could take my sentiment. This one I'm borrowing from the Best Year stamp set. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this on the bottom. And then I'm going to come in with my second stamp, the one that says, and every thoughtful thing you do, and I'll put that right under. Okay, so I can just lay all this together. Quick, simple stamping project. If I can get my little pumpkin top. Put that all together, and I've got a real simple Thanksgiving card to send out, don't I? Okay, but we're not going to stop there because I felt really crafty this morning and I decided we were going to step it up. So stepped up stamping means that maybe we add another layer or maybe we add another color. I talked about Mango Melody. So we're going to change it a little bit. Now I have different variations to show you and then I'll put my final project together for you. First off, I decided I did want to use Mango Melody. Okay, so instead of using my Cinnamon Cider as my stamp layer, I'm adding a Mango Melody. See how that just pops with all that? And then I'll put my cute little pumpkin down there in the corner. But then I decided I wasn't going to stop there. So I went and I got my tin tile folder and I put my piece of Cinnamon Cider through there on my embossing folder on my cut and emboss. And look, I just added a little bit of texture and popped that all up a little bit. Okay, so there's another version of the card, just one more layer. So if you've got an embossing folder, you've got the machine, use it, right? It's a really fun way to add a little bit of texture. I went a little farther. Then I decided I wanted a little bit more of this Rich Raspberry in my design. So I decided I was going to slip another layer. Okay, so this is off the main sketch, but I'm adding another layer and I'm just going to put a piece of that Rich Raspberry in behind there just to kind of pull that color together. Okay, I know, it's getting really busy now, but stay with me. One more thing I decided to do. I decided I wanted my card to have texture itself. So I went and I took just a card front. Okay, I had a piece of scrap. Card front. So now I'm actually going to build the card for you. So let's go ahead. We're going to adhere these down now. Alright, so I'm going to adhere this one down. And I need to have this one ready because I need to put it right alongside it. I am going to tuck this purple piece, this rich razzle piece, underneath my plaid, but I need to put my plaid on first. So I'm putting my plaid on. I'm just tacking it kind of over here. Then I'm going to slide this piece underneath. And it just pokes up a little above and below the plaid piece. Okay, so now that's all adhered down. Right? So then I have this one here. I'm also going to, let's see. No, let's do it. Let's put it on dimensionals. So, going all out this morning. All kinds of layers and texture. So I'm putting this one up on dimensionals. So this is my second textured piece, but it's actually the fourth panel on my card. Okay? So this is when you want to be really crafty and use all your stuff. Okay, now I've got my sentiment to add on. That one, I think I better just adhere down, otherwise I'm going to get too thick. So this one I'm going to adhere. Now, I'm kind of lining it up with the stripe in the plaid, and I'm kind of over crossing all my papers together, so it kind of pulls it all in. Okay, then we've got our pumpkin. So definitely putting the pumpkin up on dimensionals, right? He's going to pop in right here. So I've got plaid here and I've got the plaid here, and then that little stem I'm just going to roll up a glue dot, put it on the back, and I'll put that down just behind. So, right? So I went from a very plain, right, flat card without any texture to a card with a lot of texture. But you saw as I built it, I could eliminate any one of those things and still have a wonderful card. Now, you might be thinking, you only made a card front. What are you going to do with that? Well, a lot of times, in order to save my colored paper, right, I can get four card fronts out of one sheet. I just take a simple Whisper White or a Very Vanilla, and I'll just mount it on the front of there, just like that. So, you might want to use your Tombow adhesive to do this because it lets you wiggle it around a little bit, but for time, and I'm just feeling lucky, I'll go ahead and use my tape runner. So I just line up the edge with the edge of my base and then stick it down. Okay, and now I have the full card. So you could make a bunch of fronts and then put them on cards later on if you wanted to. So I hope you enjoyed the project today. I hope you'll go along and hop along with our Third Thursdays blog, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Alright everybody, thanks so much for sharing some time with me today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.